and cultures that have come to Canada from all over the world. As we enter the cafe, first on stage are the McConnell Irish Dancers and Les Danseurs de la Rivière Rouge, accompanied by Meadowlark.
Thank you very much. Well, everybody, this is our closing show. You've been a great audience, and we hope to see you out at Folklorama. Now, next week for your entertainment, the Folk Arts Cafe will feature the music of Ritmo Latino. Come on. Thanks, God. Did you see those kids dance? It sure takes a lot of energy to do an Irish jig.
What do you mean, Irish jig? That was French-Canadian.
And just where do you think the French-Canadians got their jig? From us. You see, originally, we do it at all the Céilís.
A Céilí? What's that?
Oh, a Céilí. Well, a Céilí now is a big dance party where everyone jigs. You see, way back in time, the kicks were lower, more like your French-Canadian jigs. But now, in modern times, well, the kicks are higher. And the reason we don't use our arms when we dance is so that we don't detract from the intricate footwork.
Well, I hate to put a damper on your little lesson in history, but where do you think Irish dancing originated? La Belle France.
All right, enough. So what you're really doing is sharing with each other.
Oh, speaking of sharing...
And you know, we used to do the French-Canadian jig at dancing, too, but only after the priest had left, because dancing was considered immoral Anyway, the men would keep their arms at their side for a different reason. It was to see who could dance without moving their upper body. And the men, they would place a glass of water on their head to see if, while they were dancing, they wouldn't spill any water.
Well, isn't that interesting now?
Sure.
Speaking of interesting, well, just as I was leaving the house, the telephone rang, and it was my sister calling from Lisbon, and the sound of her voice made me think of my Portugal, the mountains, the oceans, the people.
I've known you for 30 years. And the closest mountain you've ever been to was the one between Salter and Maine.
Oh, well, listen, my grandmother was born in Portugal, and she used to tell me all about it.
All about what?
All about the mountains and the crystal clear streams and the beautiful wild flowers, and how she and her friends would dance every day when the field work was done. They danced in couples, you know. They did. And they used to dedicate their dance to a famous person in the village or to the village itself. And you know how your two countries influenced each other? Well, in Portugal, we use castanets, the same as the Spanish do. And who used them first? Doesn't really matter. And you know how you keep your hands down at your sides when you dance? Well, we keep our hands up in front like this. It gives us grace, balance, and an elegant body line.
Does the travel section have anything about India?
I don't care about the travel section. I'm wondering how the Jets made out last night.
Why are you asking about India?
Well, I was born in Trinidad, but the family originally came from India. And you talk about how important the mountains are in Portugal. Mm-hmm. The earth is most important in India. The dancers, before dancing, ask the earth for forgiveness before stamping on it. As a matter of fact, that's why they dance barefooted, because the ground is most sacred.
Tell me now, is there an influences from other cultures in your dancing?
Not that we know of. Classical Indian dancing has been the same for the last 2,000 years.
Holy mackerel.
They still make the saris of exactly 5.6 meters of silk. They still paint their hands with henna to attract attention as they tell a story. And the third eye on
The third eye?
You know, the painted dot on a woman's forehead. That's the third eye which sees beyond our limited vision of the world and symbolizes the hidden potential we have all within us. The dances are very spiritual. They are a form of cleansing the mind and the soul.
Domo has over 200,000 Pizza Hut pizzas to give away free. That's right, free Pizza Hut pizza when you fill up at Domo. Just drive into any Winnipeg Domo location. Say, fill it up, and this personal pan pizza of the day is yours free. What an offer. Great service. Low pump prices and free Pizza Hut pizza. Fill up at Domo, then really fill up with Pizza Hut pizza. At Domo,
we jump to the pump for you.
It's time to clean up at the year-end clearance sale on Maytag. You can save on dependable Maytag washers and heavy-duty Maytag dryers. You'll find big savings on the full-size stacked washer and dryer. You can even save on the Maytag dishwashers with the unbeatable clean. These savings will be gone before you know it.
Finally, something to do.
Clean up with big savings on Maytags at Home Appliance Company, Portage at Sherbrooke.
Having a deja vu.
That's because the Bay's terrific bra sale is on again. They have the best selection and savings.
Oh, yes, and that's 33% off best-selling styles by Wonder Bra and Playtex.
And 33% off Daisy Fresh, Warner's, and Vogue.
Wait, it's coming back to me. We both stock up and you pick up the bill.
Wrong deja vu.
Just seeing if you're paying attention.
That's all it costs.
When you shop at the Bay.
Yes.
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for golden lights. It's a good time for a great taste dinner at McDonald's. It's Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Discover the joys of a President's Choice Christmas, exclusively at Superstore.
The Jets beat the Oilers last night in overtime, 4-3.
Howard Chuck must have been on the ice.
Oh, Howard Chuck's not so great.
What do you mean? Howard Chuck's not so great. He's a great athlete. He's Ukrainian, just like I am.
You're not Ukrainian. You said your mother was Portuguese.
Oh, my mother's mother was Portuguese.
Oh.
But my father's father was Ukrainian. He came from a long line of Cossacks.
Oh, those are the fellas with the baggy pants.
Hey, there's more to them than baggy pants. They were the real frontiersmen, free and adventurous. They were like the John Waynes of Ukraine. They were the defenders of the homeland.
They must have been pretty tough fellas.
Well, they were. They were hunters, and they were fishermen, and they were ranchers, and they were horsemen, and they danced, and they...
They danced. Sure, when did they find time to dance?
Dancing was as important as anything else. It showed strength, stamina, and manliness.
And I just bet you fancy yourself a Cossack.
Well, I may not be able to fish, but I think I can still dance.
Huh, I'd like to see that.
Well, just watch.
this is no good.
I know it's a hard decision for you to make. I don't want you to go to Vancouver either. But this job is very important for you. You will just have to understand.
Hello, Eva. I didn't see you come in. And Julie, I hear you have an important new job in Vancouver. Now, when are you leaving?
Pretty soon. I'm supposed to be there the beginning of the month.
She's having second thoughts. You see, she has just met a nice boy.
Mama.
My, how times have changed. It used to be the men that went off to work, and we, the women, stayed behind.
That's right. I remember when I was a little girl in Hungary, my grandmother would tell me how they would make leaving home easier.
How could they make it easier, Mama?
Well, in those days, everyone would join together in the village square and sing and dance until it was time for the men to go off to war.
Now, what kind of dances would they do?
Well, in the Satmar region where my family was from, the dances started with the military, and they told of the glamour and adventure of war.
Domo has over 200,000 Pizza Hut pizzas to give away free. That's right, free Pizza Hut pizza when you fill up at Domo. Just drive into any Winnipeg Domo location. Say, fill it up, and this personal pan pizza of the day is yours free. What an offer. Great service. Low pump prices and free Pizza Hut pizza. Fill up at Domo, then really fill up with Pizza Hut pizza. At Domo,
We jump to the pump for you!
Any store can have a Boxing Day. Some save you more than others. Some try to go all out. But nothing you've seen before will prepare you for the Boxing Day blitz at Shelley's. Heritage 2 Prince sheet sets, just $12.97 for twin size. Save 40% on a twin pack poly pillow. And Ibex blankets, only $8.97 twin size. So come to Boxing Days at Shelley's for savings on a slightly larger scale.
Are you ready for a little test, honey?
Well, I have had it with your meaningless little boy world. I am going to be a wife and mother and mushy.
Are you going to be a woman and cry?
I am a woman, you idiot. Look at me. From now on, every meal in this house will be home cooked.
Valerie Harper decides to become a dropout mother Friday, January 1st at 8 on CKND.
Family, it would be great.
West Winds. CKND's multi-award-winning drama trilogy begins with In the Fall, a touching and melancholy tale of remembrance, and continues with Hunting Season, a cryptic story of the real and the imagined, and concludes with a whimsical view of a family's tensions at an annual summer reunion. In the Fall, Hunting Season, and Reunion, CKND TV's multi-award-winning West Winds.
Sony, Hitachi, Electra Home, Panasonic, and Akai. Buy it at Granada. Recordable, portable. Buy it at Granada. Big screen, little screen. You can buy it at Granada. Buy, rent, or lease the lightweight, easy-to-operate Sony Handycam with macro zoom lens and autofocus.
Gee, I really wish I could help you, but I just don't know where you can find a live chicken for sale. Can I ask you, I don't mean to be nosy, but what do you need a live chicken for?
Well,
Was he able to help you?
No, I was just going to tell him what I needed it for.
Well, you guys, you think you've got unique customs. Come on, Joan. Tell them about the Shango.
It's an old Caribbean religious ritual that originated in Nigeria. At the big end of the invocation, the people would sacrifice a chicken or a goat. We'd do it only symbolically, of course. Shango was the god of thunder and lightning. And at the end of the ritual, in return, the people would get good weather, good crops, and good health, and protection from all the evil spirits.
Introducing new Taster's Choice Premium Ground Coffees. The new standard in fresh ground coffee. With the truly superb taste you would expect from Taster's Choice. Either regular or naturally decaffeinated. New Taster's Choice Premium Ground Coffees. At last, the choice is yours.
Good morning.
Breakfast in bed?
Yeah, orange juice, blueberry muffins, and country crock.
Country crock?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's the catch?
I just thought you'd enjoy that country fresh taste.
An offer I can't refuse.
One taste of country crock, and she melts like butter.
Try delicious Country Crock. Country fresh taste with 50% less fat and calories than regular margarine. You'll love the taste.
Thanks for the delicious breakfast.
Sure thing.
Now, come on, what do you want?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Just another muffin with country crock. Really?
Domo has over 200,000 Pizza Hut pizzas to give away free. That's right, free Pizza Hut pizza when you fill up at Domo. Just drive into any Winnipeg Domo location. Say, fill it up, and this personal pan pizza of the day is yours free. What an offer. Great service. Low pump prices and free Pizza Hut pizza. Fill up at Domo, then really fill up with Pizza Hut pizza. At Domo,
we jump to the pump for you.
It's a 40-hour Boxing Day blowout. LITV says goodbye to 1987 with the lowest RCA electronic prices of the year. Over $1 million of inventory blowouts, thousands of dollars in savings, hundreds of models of RCA color TVs, RCA video recorders, RCA camcorders, tapes, and accessories, including demos and shelf models. Hurry in and deal. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 10 to 6, 5 straight days at LITV and Audio, Pembina, Portage, Regent, McPhillips.
Back so soon? What's wrong?
My cold and this sore throat spoil everything.
Take Sucrets if your throat hurts that much.
My mother gave me Sucrets.
Of course. The medicine in Sucrets will take away your sore throat pain in no time.
Mothers know best.
Sucrets, proven medicine that relieves sore throats fast.
Care to join us?
And now extra strength Sucrets, medicine that really works.
Tejiendo redes ya se hizo mujer. Las mismas redes la vieron crecer. Teje con tranquilidad. La tejedora va. Tejiendo red, tejiendo red, tejiendo red. Cantando amores la veo pasar. Hoy de mañana sale a trabajar. Esa muchacha me hace suspirar. La tejedora va. Tejiendo red, tejiendo red, tejiendo red. No me enamores, niña hermosa, que me puedo resbalar y caer entre tus redes, niña. Con tus redes, niña, que me voy a enamorar. Cantando mágicas canciones van, estas canciones que me hacen soñar, que es la más linda que hay en el lugar. La tejedora va, tejiendo red, tejiendo red, tejiendo red. Y yo que vengo desde el ancho mar, las redes rotas y la piel tostada, todo mi empeño por poder llegar. La tejedora va, tejiendo red, tejiendo red, tejiendo red. No me enamores, niña hermosa, que me puedo resbalar y caer entre tus redes, niña. Ten más cuidado con tus redes, niña,
Do you see that?
Yeah. What?
Well, she's a girl.
So?
Well, she's a newspaper boy.
So?
So whatever happened to the good old days when girls were so graceful and wore ribbons and lace, and instead of delivering newspapers, would spend their time dancing so elegantly, so feminine?
Together at last, Big Hits 87, the album that rocks, starring ABC. Living in a Box. I'm on Living in a Box. Somehow, Jody Watley and Level 42. Danny Wilson. Pseudo Echo, Swing Out Sister, plus Fat Boys. From the Polytel Hit Machine, Big Hits 87, a hot new album at these and other fine stores.
During this, the best of all seasons, here's all the best from the big guy.
It's called Life in the Fast Lane.
Yeah, tell him we'll take a dozen, then red. The big guy says, thanks for the great year by offering reduced finance rates on all new and used cars for the next few days only. So come on in for great value from the big guy.
It's a 40-hour Boxing Day blowout. LITV says goodbye to 1987 with the lowest RCA electronic prices of the year. Over $1 million of inventory blowouts, thousands of dollars in savings, hundreds of models of RCA color TVs, RCA video recorders, RCA camcorders, tapes, and accessories, including demos and shelf models. Hurry in and deal. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 10 to 6, 5 straight days at LITV and Audio, Pembina, Portage, Regent, McPhillips. Book your Las Vegas trip now. Seats on most flights are still available, and you can choose the Flamingo Hilton, the Imperial Palace, the El Rancho Hotel, the Riviera, or the famous Dunes Resort.
Danny DeVito. I don't want to say on the phone. All I can tell you is that I killed her last night. And Billy Crystal. One little murder and I'm Jack the Ripper. Have a special holiday thought for you. I kill your wife, you kill my mama. That's fair. Throw Mama from the train. Evan! This is Cousin Patty. You don't have a Cousin Patty. You lied to me.
Now playing at a theater near you. Check local listings for details.
Bingo, I got the word.
He's got the word.
Yeah, the word to the crossword puzzle.
What was the word?
Flamenco.
What was the clue?
Dance done in Spain. My grandmother was a flamenco dancer.
Oh.
Certainly. She was a flamenco dancer, and when she danced the flamenco, the men couldn't keep their eyes off her. She was, she had a way of controlling the dance and the men. And I'll tell you something else. The Spanish were influenced by other cultures, the same as we influenced, the Spanish influenced the Portuguese and Chileans. I mean, no man is an island. Seriously. This flamenco was influenced by the Arabs. And there may even have been a form of it during the time of the ancient Greeks. That's why there's so many different styles of the flamenco.
Let's drink to the flamenco.
To the flamenco.
Como el carbón en la tierra, como el carbón en la tierra, y te me hace a mí tu cuerpo, mucho humo de por fuera y la candela por dentro, mucho humo por de fuera y la candela por dentro. Pendiente, que pendiente más tenía, que pendiente más seguía, y la que tengo que subir, pero en llegando a lo alto, ahí a ver quién más trinca a mí, pero en llegando a lo alto, ahí a ver quién más trinca a mí. La puerta que a mí me hace de todas las 4 cuentas, la voy a ir aprendiendo ahí para cantarte las 40, y la gana no me faltaba
things are not the same anymore. Do men court women anymore before they get married?
No, the only court they know today is the divorce court.
That's right.
You know, that's probably why people are waiting longer to get married these days. They don't know how to court.
You know, I agree with you. Now, if they followed the Polish courting traditions...
Polish?
Well, certainly. Certainly. My mother's father was Polish.
Oh.
And he taught me everything he knew. He taught me that you have to be dashing and intelligent, and it's really interesting how they got the women they wanted.
How?
How? Well, there were customs like the custom of St. John's Eve, when they used to, it was called the Feast of Fire. They'd build this great big fire, and the boys would jump over it, and the girls would sing, and then they'd get together and they'd dance. And in another region, they have this custom where the girls make wreaths with lighted candles in them, and they float them on the water, and the boys would jump in and grab the wreath of the girl they were interested in.
What happens after that?
Well, one thing leads to another, and then they get married.
I heard they have some party after the wedding ceremony.
Oh, they dance for 2 or 3 days. And you know, every one of the Polish dances influences the relationship between a man and a woman.
At dawn, they went to the groom's house, and the bride took along her hope chest because they're going to live with the groom's parents once they're married. Party goes on for days.
nam se hoće, lado nam se hoće, zalepi mi menom. Zverite si junaka, zalepi mi menom. Zveri moga, lado zveri moga, zalepi mi menom. Gledajte ga kakva tata, kakva tata lepimo. Gledajte ga kakva tata, kakva lepimo. Gledajte ga kakva tata, gledajte ga kakva tata, kakva tata lepimo. Gledajte ga kakva tata, lepimo. Gledajte ga kakva tata. Jel vam se hoće, lado, kaj nas bude više? Nam se hoće, lado, nam se hoće, kaj nas bude više? Jel vam se hoće, lado, i mladu djevojku? Nam se hoće, lado, nam se hoće, i mladu djevojku. Jel vam se hoće, mlada, zelepim imenom? Nam se hoće, lado, nam se hoće, zelepim imenom. Zverite si djevojku, zelepim imenom. Zveri moju, mladu, zveri moju, zelepim imenom. Gledajte ju kakva tata, gledajte na nebo jana, gledajte ju kakva tata, kakva jana, gledajte ju kakva tata, gledajte ju kakva tata.
It's their biggest ever. Yes, Wilson's stock clearance sale of better furniture is the biggest they've ever held. This means you'll save on a wide choice of selected items throughout Wilson's store. It's a 3-day event, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, December 28th to 30th. So look for the special clearance tags. The savings will delight you. Use your Visa or MasterCard, and remember, customer parking is just a few steps south of Wilson's store. Shop their biggest ever stock clearance sale and really save. Wilson's of Winnipeg at Main and Graham.
It's time to clean up at the year-end clearance sale on Maytag. You can save on dependable Maytag washers and heavy-duty Maytag dryers. You'll find big savings on the full-size stacked washer and dryer. You can even save on the Maytag dishwashers with the unbeatable clean. These savings will be gone before you know it.
Finally, something to do.
Clean up with big savings on Maytags at Midland Appliance, 473 St. Mary's Road, St. Vital.
Time is running out on your chance to make the buy of a lifetime. So please listen closely. Because tomorrow you can choose a new Dodge Shadow or a K car and pay just $97.85 or $225 a month. These cars have all this equipment, and they're just $97.85 or $225 a month. Direct from Chrysler Canada. Rebates up to $1,500 on selected models. Transcona Dodge. If we offered you the buy of a lifetime, would you care? Of course you would. So hurry, because time is running out.
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for Golden Lights. It's a good time for the great.
When it comes to selling your home, we at South of the Border again.
For the wedding.
What weddings?
Davy Goldman is marrying the Feldman girl, and Manny Rodriguez is marrying, what's her name again? Angel Fernandez.
That's right. My wife and I are going to the Rodriguez wedding. If you've never been to a Filipino wedding, you're missing something.
Now, what are you talking about now? You just told us you had 4 grandparents, and none of them were Filipinos. They were, what were they?
Portuguese.
And Ukrainian.
And Spanish.
And Polish. Who's from the Philippines?
I do have friends, you know.
Oh.
And some of them are Filipino, and their weddings are beautiful. Do you know that during the ceremony, the bride and groom are encircled in a cord in the shape of a figure 8?
Oh.
Yeah, that represents togetherness. And at the ceremony, the bride's veil rests on the shoulder of the groom.
What does that represent?
Fidelity. And during the ceremony, they both hold lighted candles, which represents a long life together. And at the reception, we get to pin money onto the couple's clothing.
Oh.
That's a lot like the presentations you see at the local weddings.
That's right, yeah.
Say, Miriam, what happens at Jewish weddings?
Oh, that's easy. First of all, you don't eat for days before the wedding.
I didn't know you had to fast.
Fast? Who said anything about fasting? With all the food they're going to serve, you better not eat for days. Oh, really, Miriam? What does happen? Well, a Jewish wedding always takes place under a chuppah.
Under a hoopah?
A chuppah is a marriage canopy, and it symbolizes a Jewish home.
And what happens under the chuppah?
Well, the rabbi and the cantor bless the bride and groom and read the marriage contract, and then the groom puts the ring on the bride's right forefinger.
Forefinger?
That points the way to a good marriage. And then the couple share in a glass of wine.
Oh, I've always wondered, why did they break the glass during the ceremony?
Oh, well, that's easy. That reminds us of the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. We always remember our past.
You know, we've been talking about these things all day, and one thing I've just begun to realize. We've been complaining that things aren't the way they used to be. No more feminine women, no more masculine men, no more romance and courting, no more weddings, traditional weddings. And yet, all around us, it's proven us wrong.
He's right. You know, he is right. Sure, some things have changed with time. I mean, some things have to change, don't they? But the things that each of us, that are important to each of us, well, our culture, our customs, and our traditions, well, they've survived now, haven't they? And you know, not only because we've wanted them to, but because we live in a country that encourages it.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, and maybe we should drink to the 2 weddings that we're all going to today. Once again, different cultures and different traditions, but the intentions remain the same.
I'm just going to have to ask everyone to leave now. We have to get ready for the wedding.
Let's all celebrate.
Good idea. Let's go.
With pleasure.
Something. Thy post.
See you at the wedding.
Get
There are people bound together by the visions we found.
From place to place,
Face to face, we share this common bond.
it's a feeling lying deep within.
Where only dreams belong. Et quand on partage un rêve, on va beaucoup plus loin. Bien plus loin.
Prends ma main,
Qu'un pays se joint. This is my home, oh Canada. This is my home, oh Canada. Oh Canada.
je découvre avec moi des splendeurs et des cœurs,
Des façons de vivre et des pouvoirs créateurs. It's here where you realize the heart and home are one. Canada, Canada, we're your daughters, we're your sons. This is my home, oh Canada. This is my home, oh Canada. Oh Canada.
Balky searches for the meaning of life on Perfect Strangers, Wednesday at 7, followed by Head of the Class at 7:30 on CKND, in the holiday spirit.